Dru Yoga for Radiance. So we will be starting with activations. The activations are different from the ones that we use for the back care course. So don't worry about that. They have the same effect. They're getting the blood flowing a little bit more, getting the breathing a little bit deeper, getting the joints and the muscles warmed up and oiled, and so we can get the same kind of benefits from it. So the first exercise is very, very simple. Well, it's the same as the Qigong exercise, where we just warm up the spine mainly and just swinging the arms from side to side. So we just have the arms totally relaxed and loose and let them swing. And it's just a gentle twist of the spine. Now, as you get into it and you're comfortable with it, then you can come up off one heel as you twist in the opposite direction, and then come up off the other heel. So again, we're working the joints in the feet at the same time. And then maybe, without straining, because it's all a nice relaxed movement, just getting a little bit more of a twist into the spine. Maybe swinging the arms a little bit higher. And then swinging the arms a little bit lower. And back to normal, just slowing down nicely. And then bringing the arms round in a circle and round in a circle the other way. And then as you get into the swing of things, if you like, get the whole body going with it. So just bending the knees and swinging the body with the movement. And if you're feeling particularly energetic, you can jump as you use the momentum of the arms to swing you across in a little jump from one side to the other. You're feeling energetic then, Anne, that's good. We'll just do 2 more to each side. Okay, and then we take a nice wide stance, a few deep breaths, and then bring the arms out to the side, and we're just going to take one hand to the opposite knee and bring the other arm up towards the ceiling. Come back, inhaling up, exhale into a twist on the other side, and inhale up. Now, as you're getting into it, and if you feel you're loosening up nicely, you might want to take the hand a little bit lower down than the knee. And just going with the flow, going with what feels like a nice stretch without straining. And that will do nicely for that. The next one is one that we do in the Dru Yoga for Back Care course. It's the one where we inhale, twisting the arms backwards, and exhale, rolling the arms right round. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then alternating from one side to the other. And then stepping forwards and back, and then stepping forwards and back with the other foot. So it's not the same as the anchor, though it's having a similar effect on the feet because you're rolling the foot and you're conscious of that rolling action of the feet. And then as you step forward, swing the arms up. And then if you like, as you bring your arms down, you can bring your arms back behind you. You actually bring them together behind you if you want. Okay, so from that we can go into a nice breathing movement. So start off checking that your feet are shoulder width apart and that they're both parallel and pointing forwards. It's, I suppose it's a slight fault really, that some of us, and I'm one included, when I don't think about it, one foot is just slightly turned out to the side, and I never noticed it until I was told, just check your feet and make sure that they are parallel. And then bend your knees slightly. And then we bring the backs of the hands close together. Inhale as we bring the hands up and into fists at the waist. And remember the way that we have the fists at the waist, so that the elbows are sticking out behind us. And then exhale, backs of the hands together again. Straightening up, exhaling down. We just do one more, and then we go into quite a similar movement where we inhale the palms up and then exhale, pushing down. Inhale, and as you inhale and bring the palms up, bend your knees. As you exhale and push the palms down, straighten up, stretching up through the crown of your head. So getting into this myself. Yes, I'm losing out on this here, I'm not. I'm doing it the wrong way around. That's it. One more. Okay. And then bring your feet together. We're going to just spend a few breaths in mountain pose, taking stock. So, feet comfortable. If you're more comfortable with them hip width apart, that's fine. And then just bend your knees very, very slightly. Pull in your stomach so that you're using the muscles for core stability. So you're just tensing those muscles there. And then moving up to the chest, imagine that there's string coming from the center of your breastbone. Your sternum is sort of pulling up. Your arms are relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed down, your hands are at your sides. And then just bend the head slightly down, just to stretch the back of the neck. So not to any great degree, but just to make sure that those muscles at the back of the neck are gently stretched. And then imagine there's another string coming from the crown of the head, stretching up towards the ceiling. So we're in mountain pose. And what we do now, you want to close your eyes for this if you're comfortable closing your eyes. And inhale, imagine you're inhaling your breath through the crown of your head to your heart. And then exhale down through your feet into the earth. Inhale energy from the earth to your heart, and then visualize breathing out through the crown of your head. So inhale through the crown to the heart, exhale from the heart through the feet into the earth. Inhale up from the earth, exhale out through the crown of the head. And doing this for, well, if you were to continue for several minutes, you get a nice feeling of grounding and sort of a feeling of fitting into your surroundings nicely, of being a part of everything, of being centered. And then from there, we can move into the earth sequence. So the first movement of the earth sequence here, have your feet either close together or hip width apart. Inhale up to the chin, turn the palms over, exhale down. Inhale the palms forwards and overhead, and exhale around. And the visualization for this sequence is inhaling silver energy up the spine, exhaling it down again. Inhale the palms forwards and overhead. Exhale, breathing a nice silver eggshell of healing energy around you. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale forwards and overhead, and exhale around. And just one more. Okay, and the next one we move the feet a little bit further apart. I'm going to bend the knees and bring the hands a little bit lower. So inhale up to the chin, turn the palms over, exhale down as low as you want to go. Inhale the palms forwards and overhead, and exhale around. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale forwards, overhead, exhale around. And two more. See how gracefully and smoothly you can move from one position in the pose to the next. And then taking a wider stance and bending from the hips. So inhale up to the chin, turn the palms over. Exhale down as low as you want to go. Inhale the palms forwards and overhead. Exhale around. And 3 more. And then we turn to the side. Inhale up to the chin. Exhale forwards, and then bringing the arms up in line with the spine and the back leg. Inhale to the vertical. Exhale, bringing the arms down to the sides. Inhale up. Exhale forwards and up. Inhale to the vertical. Exhale around. 2 more. And then the other direction. Inhale up to the chin. Exhale forwards and up. Inhale to the vertical. Exhale around. And 3 more, just looking again at your flow and seeing if you are comfortable with just keeping a nice, steady, continuous movement. Okay, and then that brings us to our emotional block release sequence 4. Okay, so it's the one where we step out and bend over, step back, heel to ankle, crossing the wrists, and then out to the other side. Okay, so I'll go through it nice and slowly. Start with your left wrist crossing on top of the right wrist at your heart, and then as you do a nice slow inhale, step out to your left, raising the arms up to the ceiling, pointing with a single finger, exhaling, bending forwards, inhaling, coming back to the center, stretching up, bringing heel to ankle, exhale, putting the foot down and crossing the wrists with the right wrist in front. Inhale, step out to the right. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, heel to ankle. Exhale, crossing the wrists, left wrist in front. So, inhale, nice gentle back bend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, right wrist in front. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, left wrist in front. So really filling the lungs as you step out, gentle back bend, emptying the lungs, pulling the stomach in, heel to ankle, left wrist in front. Okay, so from here now, we bring both palms up in front of us at an angle. I've got to move forward because we're going to scoop around behind us. So, arms start off up ahead of us, and then we bring one arm around behind us, and inhale as you bring it up again. Exhale as you twist, scooping round behind you. Inhale as you bring it up, palm facing away from you at the front. So exhale into the twist, the way you normally do in yoga, and then inhale as you're coming back to the front. And one more to each side. Okay, so that brings us on to the Dru version of a sun. Well, they don't call it the sun salutation, they call it the sun sequence. Okay, but it's similar to the Hatha Yoga sun salutation. So you can start with your feet hip width apart or close together, that's up to you. And then what we do, the difference is with the sun sequence in Dru, we bend down and up again 3 times, nice and gently and slowly. And your knees are bent. You don't need to have your knees straight for this forward bend. That's up to you. Okay? You can also visualize. So as you exhale down, you can imagine silver energy running up your spine to your brain, and then as you come up, let it run back down again. Okay? So we'll do that part, and I'll take it slowly and stop at each step because it's quite a bit different. Well, there are differences. So inhale up. Exhale down, using that visualization of a silver beam of energy. Inhale up again. Nice and slowly, filling the lungs, slight back bend. Exhale down. Only going as far as you want to. Inhale up. Exhale down. So this is the third one. So this time we put the hands by the side of the feet and take the right foot back into a low lunge. And then from the low lunge, we inhale up. And again, if you want to add a visualization, you imagine silver energy running up from the base of the spine to the brain. And then as you exhale, you bring your arms round and your chest towards your left thigh. And again, it's 3 times. Inhaling up, shoulders back, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And then we come up and we put the hands back level with that left foot. We tuck the toes of the right foot underneath so that we can then come back into plank. So check your body is nice and straight, and then come down onto your knees, onto your chest and your chin on the floor with the elbows tucked in. Flick your feet up, and then we go into Cobra 3 times. Now, for this one, you imagine the silver energy running from the brain down to the base of the spine. So it's reversal of the others. So inhale up. And exhale down again. Inhale up. Exhale down, maybe turning your head to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale down. and then tuck your toes underneath, and we're coming back into downward facing dog. So just settle your feet the way you want to. Push down through your hands, strengthening your hands and your wrists, getting that good flow of blood to the brain while your shoulders are being strengthened. Your calves are getting a nice stretch. Taking a few breaths. And in this, again, you can imagine a little ball of silver light running up the spine to the brain, and then exhaling it back down again. Now your right foot went back first, so your right foot comes forward first, so as to balance things out. And then you flatten the top of the left foot against the floor. Come up and inhale, bringing the arms up, crescent moon. Exhale, bringing the arms around behind you and back up again, bringing the chest down. And twice more, inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. And then bring your hands back to the sides of that front right foot. Tuck the toes of the back foot underneath so that you can push yourself forwards into your standing forward fold again. And then it's 3 times that we inhale up, gentle back bend, shoulders back. Exhale, bending the knees if you want and coming down. Inhale up and exhale down. And the last one. And bring the hands to your chest. Okay, so that's the Dru version of the sun salutation. Now the next one is the internal alignment sequence. So we can inhale the arms up and to the ears. Exhale, bringing the elbows together and the hands to the opposite shoulder. Inhale, bringing the hands out to the side. Exhale, stretching out. Inhale, sweeping the arms round in a circle and overhead. Exhale, bending the knees, folding forwards, arms up. Exhale, and bring your hands to your opposite foot. Inhale, sweeping the arms out to the sides and up and back into your starting position. And then just repeating that exactly the same once more. Elbows together as you exhale, hands to your opposite shoulder. Bring the hands out to the sides, out as you inhale, bring the arms round and up. Exhale, folding forwards, bending the knees. Inhale in that forward stoop. Exhale, bringing your hands to the opposite foot. Inhale, sweeping the arms around and up and back to the ears to finish. Okay, so the next exercise involves bringing the shoulders back. You can use a belt for this, but you don't have to. It's just working on the shoulders a bit. And the idea is one that we used yesterday in the Hatha Yoga session, where we bring the arms round and back. If you don't have a belt handy, that's okay. The other option is to bring your hands, join your hands behind your back and bend forwards, bringing them up and inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you fold forward. So it's like that. Okay? So either of those are working the shoulders nicely. Okay, so inhale as you bring it up, exhale as you bring them down behind you. Inhale up, and exhale down. And twice more. Okay, and then we can move on to, I was asked about this recently, it's Qigong, you know, it's originated in Qigong. A lot of Dru yoga, there's so many similarities to Qigong. And so for this one now, we imagine we've got a ball of golden energy between our hands, and you're just rotating that ball of golden energy. And as you're slowly rotating, notice that your hands are not stiff, they're relaxed so that they're fitting the curves of this imaginary ball. They're curved and gentle, and you're slowly rotating. And then you want to coordinate the breath. So you inhale as the right hand comes on top, and exhale as the left hand comes up on top. Now, as you get into that, and you're comfortable with that, then we can add an extension and a contraction. So the next time your right hand comes on top, inhale it up and up to your chin, expanding your golden ball of energy. And then exhale as you bring the left hand on top, and then concentrate that energy down into the little ball again. Inhale the right hand on top and expand. Exhale the left hand on top and concentrate. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So nice, slow, steady, graceful movements, coordinated with a nice, slow, steady breath. We'll just do one more right and left. And then bring the hands out to the height of your brain, your head, the top of your head. And we're going to use some positive affirmations here. So 3 times we're going to repeat, I am mentally strong. And as you repeat it, you just circle the hands backwards like that. So, I am mentally strong. You can just say it internally if you want. I am mentally strong. I am mentally strong. And then bring your hands down to the level of your heart and say, I feel free and confident. I feel free and confident. I feel free and confident. And then down to the level of the gut. And here we say, I act with purpose. I act with purpose. I act with purpose. And then we can come back down onto the mat, and we're going to work on the hips again. So for this one, we start off with the low lunge, and place your hands on your knee, stretch up through the crown of your head, and this is a sort of grounding exercise. And then focus on your hip joints, and by just moving a little bit forwards and backwards, you can feel whether you're really taking your hip joints to the edge of their range of movement, and you want to really decide, well, maybe I could take one knee a little bit further back. Perhaps you don't, perhaps you're already set up in a nice position, but now I can feel I'm getting more of a stretch into that thigh. I can feel this other hip joint going to a greater extent. So all we're doing in this is just moving that hip joint several times, and we're going to use it in the vitality sequence in a minute. So we're loosening up those very nicely. And then if you bring your hands down either side of that foot, tuck your toe underneath and come briefly into plank, and then bring the other knee forward. So again, we're back in the low lunge, and we come up and we center ourselves to begin with, stretching up through the crown of the head, and then just moving backwards and forwards slightly, feeling, yes, in my case, I can move that knee a little bit further back and get a greater benefit for, yes, I can feel that is working, especially this hip joint, a great deal better. If you have problems putting your knees down, remember that you can always put a cushion under that knee that you're leaning on. Okay, so that has opened up the hip joints nicely in preparation for our vitality sequence. So from that then, tuck your back toes underneath and just push yourself up into a position with your knees bent and slowly roll up. And for the vitality sequence, we start at one end and then end up coming back to that end. Okay, so I'll just run through it very briefly and then I'll go through it slowly with you. So what we do is we start off stepping into the goddess, and then from the goddess we swing the arms around and come into warrior one. And you can do warrior one with your heel up, which I've started doing nowadays. Since that, finding that for a lot of people it's better to have the heel up. If you're not comfortable with that, you do it the traditional way with the heel down. And then from there, we bring the arms round behind us, pulling the shoulders back. From that, we stretch the hands out as if you're pushing something away from you, and then tilt forwards. And you can, if you want, raise that back leg, and then you bring it down, come into our position for the low lunge. From the low lunge, you come up into crescent moon as you did before, but then you come down into a twist of the spine. You then come down to face the front. This is the part that a lot of people are uncomfortable with, where we come into flying monkey pose. Don't feel that you have to be as low as this. If you find that uncomfortable and difficult, by all means, just, stay higher and just move backwards and forwards like that, whatever suits you. Coming back then in, and then the rest is a mirror image of what we've already done. So I notice time's ticking on, so we'll get straight into it. So start off by taking a nice wide stride, inhaling, bringing the shoulders back, goddess. And then bring one arm through, twisting to the side, coming up into warrior one. Shoulders back, gentle back bend, looking diagonally up. Lean forward, bring your arms behind you and fold your arms behind your back. Again, shoulders back. And then from there, push the palms out away from you and then bring them down. If you want to lean forward and raise your back leg, great. If not, that's fine. Come down into low lunge. Inhale up, shoulders back. Exhale as you come into a twist. One fist fitting into the palm of the other. Come back into your crescent moon and then turn and bring both hands down to the side where the knees gone back. Twist round and come into flying monkey pose. So at this point, as I say, you can do this from a more vertical position if you want to. Otherwise, just walking from one side over to the other, so that again you're working those hip joints, ankles, thighs, knees, toe joints are all getting a good workout, and a bit of balance is being involved. Okay, and then come to the opposite end, twist, and now you've got your right foot in front. So we're balancing out, we're mirror imaging what we did a moment ago. So inhale up into crescent moon and exhale down into our twisted lunge. Twisting the spine nicely. Inhale back up, crescent moon, shoulders back, looking up diagonally, and then coming back, tucking the toes underneath on the back foot, coming up, maybe raising that back leg if you want to, and then bringing it back down, coming into our forward push. So we bring the hands up, pushing the palms away from us, and then bringing the hands around our back, shoulders back, folding the arms behind you, or just joining your hands behind your back. And then from there, coming up into warrior one, looking up diagonally, shoulders back, and then from that back into goddess, and from goddess standing back to where you started. Okay, so that leads us now into the inversion. So we can just come to a wall or a chair or somewhere where we can relax with our feet up for a few moments before our final relaxation. So remember, the value of inversions is not only for getting extra blood to the brain, getting that extra sort of pressure of blood to the brain, extra flow, but also it's sort of changing the effect of gravity on the blood flowing through the organs and the heart. So it's good to do the inversions for all the organs. And then, when you're ready, just coming down nicely and taking whatever position you require for the final relaxation.
Thank you, Alex. So just getting yourself settled nice and comfortably, ready to relax, ready to gain the maximum benefit from all of that session. There's quite a lot of work involved in it, a lot of different movements. And now the body can come to recognise what it's done and benefit from that. So let just a long, slow wave of relaxation move through you, right from the crown of your head, right through to your toes. Just take another long, deep breath. And let yourself sink really fully into your support. And then the next time you take a breath in, just lift your spine slightly. And then as you breathe out, settle yourself even more comfortably than you were before. And take your attention to your middle back. Feel your middle back expand slightly. And relax on the exhale. And let your awareness move down your spine until it reaches the base of your ribs. Just at the top of your lower back. Breathe into that part of the back. Relax and let go as you breathe out. And then take your focus to your lower spine, where it rests on the pelvis, to the lumbar region. Feel the base of your spine lift a little on your inhale, and then relax even further on the exhale. And then bring your attention to the tip of your tailbone. And just become aware of the space between the base of your spine and the earth. And begin to think about the qualities of the earth beneath you. Maybe reflecting on its stability, its immovable strength, the feelings of security and nurture that it brings. Let these qualities begin to fill your awareness, and imagine the vast expanse of earth beneath you that's filled with these qualities of security and stillness and warmly nurturing stability. And now take your attention into your right leg and imagine breathing in the earth's qualities. A relaxing stability and security flowing into your right leg. And then as you exhale, breathe out any tiredness or discomfort or pain. And let the right leg begin to merge with the earth as if it could become part of it. And take your awareness into your left leg and breathe in that same stability and security. Imagine that flowing into your left leg, and then on the exhale, breathing out again any tiredness or discomfort or pain. And let your left leg merge with the earth. And now allow this nurturing stillness to flow up to the pelvic area, bringing all of those qualities of the earth into your body. Imagine you're sitting in the earth, becoming a part of it, secure and grounded and still. So the earth is quietly and gently holding you, immovable, stable. The awareness is in your whole body, within the earth, surrounded by that stability and security. Become one with the silent stillness of the earth. And as a part of this great body of earth, begin to experience the patience of eons of existence. You, as the earth, are greater than the life forms that call you your home. You were called into being before all of them. Allow your Earth's awareness to expand, to include all of your lands, your mountains, your oceans and hills, your deserts, forests, lakes and rivers. Know the myriad life forms that tread your surface and that treat you kindly or unkindly. Know the vast treasures that you retain within you and the uses and abuses that these will experience. Know your inherent power and your inherent weaknesses. Recognize your immobility and strength in the face of constant change. And allow acceptance to settle upon you like a comforting cloak. Let everything be as it is in this moment. Know times of peace and harmony when you are fertile and giving. Know times of great distress and anger when you may erupt with devastating consequences. And allow yourself to be the embodiment of the earth in all its phases. And again, become aware of your physical body contained within the earth, breathing in stillness and security. Allow the earth's qualities and the solidity and groundedness to rise up through your body and flow into your heart. Let go of any agitation or frustration or stress and give these emotions over to the earth. Flow them into the earth where they will be changed. And then bring your attention back to your heart and see if there's a space there for acceptance. Acceptance of what is the basis of all healing. When you feel complete and regenerated and renewed. Draw in a long, slow, deep breath and feel yourself emerge from the earth, a kind of rebirth, if you like. And recognise that as you do so, you're shifting into everyday consciousness. As you become more and more aware of your surroundings, you can feel the support that is beneath you. And you recognise your attention to soon begin to move, slowly and gradually. And when you're ready, you move slowly and mindfully into your day with care and self-awareness.